Welcome to your own channel of Right Funda.
From kinematics, you can say projectile motion. This is a previous year physics Olympiad problem, and I have taken this problem from the book called 200 Puzzling Physics Problem by Nadig and Riley. Let's go to the wording of the problem. The problem says a tree trunk of diameter 20 centimeter lies in the horizontal field. A lazy grasshopper wants to jump over the trunk. Find the minimum take-up speed of the grasshopper that will suffice, and no air drag to be considered. So there's a tree trunk in there, cylinder, you can say cylindrical, perfect cylinder type of thing is there, and this lying in a horizontal surface. There's a grasshopper, you want to jump over this. So this grasshopper want to jump over this with the minimum speed. So he has the minimum energy to expand. So how he'll be jumping? So the grasshopper basically has to jump from here to here, like this. Or he can start from here and he can jump like this also, go like this. So how he'll be jumping, we don't know. But question is saying that the grasshopper has to jump with the minimum speed. And what is given to us is this diameter is given to us, this radius is given to us, this diameter, this height, up to what height it has to be the clear of, that is given to us the 20 centimeter. And we need to find out what is the minimum speed. So now you understood the question. So you take time, if you wish, you can pause the video, you try this problem, and after that you can again resume the video and see the solution. We'll be discussing the solution right now. So let's see what question is saying and how we can be solving. So there's a grasshopper there. Let's take the cross-sectional view only on this plane. On the plane of jumping, we'll take the cross-sectional view. So the cross-sectional view will be like this. So this is my grasshopper, and it will be jumping like this. How it will be jumping, not given. What is given to you? This radius is given to this diameter is given to this cylinder. I'm saying the cross-sectional view. This, it may jump like this the way I have shown, or it can jump, start from here. It can go like this and cross like this also. It may start from here also, touch, go like this also. You can start like this also. It may start like this, go, and sorry, this jump like this. Any path it can take. If you, whatever it wish to do, it can do. But it has to cross this one. This is jump this one. So how he will be jumping. Question is asking how he will be jumping, where he will be jumping, with what speed he will be jumping. But it is jump with the minimum speed. Minimum speed. Initial speed should be minimum. Out of all the path we to consider, every path we need to consider, minimum speed to be considered. We found out. And what is given is this radius of this ring is given, or diameter of this cylinder is given us. Nothing else is given. So let's solve this. How to solve this one? Suppose this is my thing here. Suppose I assume that it starts here, and initially the speed of this is v naught here, and what angle it makes is the theta angle it makes. V naught speed, it starts with the speed v naught. Okay, and it went in the air, obviously the air will go in, it is just grazing over this point. This point is touching. I've taken a point, this one. Suppose I give the name P point to this. Okay, and again it will be touching here. It will become a symmetrical point. Another symmetrical point will be touching definitely Q point here. And here, suppose by the time it reached here, this point velocity is equal to v1 tangential. This is the velocity v1. It started the v0 velocity and v1 is here, and this angle is equal to alpha. The point where it will be touching, I give the name O, and O, P point is touching. I join this radius vector. It makes an angle alpha with the vertical line alpha. And we see this is alpha angle is there, so this angle will be alpha because this is perpendicular, this is horizontal, this is vertical, they are perpendicular. If this angle is alpha, this angle also will be equal to alpha. Okay, it will be going like this. So how I see that it will be touching, just grazing over those points? No, it may not do also, it may not do also. So if I don't know how it will be going, some people may argue, no, it may start like this and just touching on the topmost point and may go like this, one point. Yes, it may be possible also, we don't know. But if that is the case, then automatically this alpha, the point of touching this is there, then automatically my alpha will come out to 0. But right now I don't know how it will be taken. So it's like a general, I take that this is the way it is going. If somebody say that it will be just touching, then this alpha come out to 0, then it will be going touching this point. If alpha is non-zero, then it will be going definitely happening like this. Okay. So to solve this problem, how to proceed? Because nothing is given. Initially V naught is not given, theta is not given, V1 alpha, nothing is given. Only this diameter is given, or this radius is given to us. This radius is R that is given to us. Okay. So for the time being, what is that? We'll not focus on the whole problem. Let's focus only this upper part. So I'll blindfold this one. So only this much part. Let's focus on this part. And this part is a familiar part. We've seen this type of problem. We've seen earlier also. This is just like our regular projectile motion type of things. A particle is projected to the v1 speed, making an alpha. Then it goes the same vertical. And this we call the range. So what is my range is the PQ. PQ is my range from here to here. If initial speed is v1, initial angular position is alpha 1. Okay. So this PQ, if you see that we know the range, formula for the range is equal to v1 square sine 2 alpha by g. The time of flight into horizontal component velocity is the range. This PQ is there. So from here started, it goes like this length is there. And if I want to see what is this range there, PQ in terms of the quantity, what is given, R is given a quantity. If I want to see from this right now, so what is this quantity there? Let's check. The quantity is like this. This is R. So if it is alpha, this is equal to R sine alpha from here to here. And from here to here is nothing but R cos alpha. So PQ is nothing but 2R sine alpha. So I can write here 2R sine alpha is equal to V1 square sine 2 alpha by G. This is from the geometry, and this is for the projectile, the formula we have learned, or this equal to, we can write 2R sine alpha is equal to V1 square 2 sine alpha cos alpha by G. So this one sine alpha they cancel out. This 2 they're gone. And what we gone is your V1 square we calculated from this. We got the V1 square is equal to, from the geometry we got that Rg by cos alpha. Rg by cos alpha we got. So this result I got in terms of, if it is touching at this 2 point, then definitely the speed, initial speed must be equal to Rg by cos alpha, where R is the radius of the cylinder and alpha is the angular position. So I did not get the V1 value. I got V1 in terms of alpha. Alpha I have taken here. Alpha is an unknown quantity. I've done this one. This alpha is an unknown quantity I've got. Let's see what equations can be applied. Okay. So if I got this V1 here, this V1 I got here, V1 is the velocity I got here, and V0 is the velocity here, and from to here, the grasshopper is moving with a uniform acceleration under gravity only. Freely it is moving under gravity. So G is the acceleration due to gravity from here to here, and it's a constant quantity. And it is a constant quantity. We can apply our three formula, V square equal to U square plus 2AS formula we can apply. So if I take this my initial velocity V0, this is the final velocity, and I can write the V square equal to U square plus 2AS. So how much the displacement? Which displacement is important to us? The vertical displacement, because dot product, the other displacement not to figure out. So what is the displacement as it moves from here to here you want to calculate? So this value is equal to, this is R, from here to here is R, and here to here R cos alpha. So vertically it has traveled, R plus R cos alpha it has traveled. So the equation that we'll be writing is right now is equal to final velocity square V1 square is equal to V0 square minus 2Gs as the displacement, R in plus R cos alpha. R this equal to R plus R. You have traveled R plus R cos alpha time, and from the dot product minus n is equal V square equal to U square plus 2AS formula that you apply. We found out after dot product we got this result. And V1 value we have calculated already. That will be substituting. So if you see, V1 is equal to what? Rg by cos alpha. We have calculated here. The V1 is equal to, in terms of cos alpha, we calculated here. So this value I substitute here. Then I got the result. The Rg by cos alpha is equal to this. From this, I can calculate the value of V0 square. What is the V naught square? The V naught square was the velocity with which I started initially. That is very important to us. That is the minimum way to calculate. So I got the V naught square taken the left hand side is equal to RG, 2RG, like on the left hand side, V naught square the right hand side is there, plus RG by cos alpha plus 2RG cos alpha. I have taken a RG common and I got these equations. 1 by cos alpha plus sin alpha, 2 cos alpha. So if I write this one, what is 1 by cos alpha is equal to sec alpha, this quantity I obtained. So I got that V naught square value I obtained from this. Alright. So this is the velocity speed square at the bottommost point where it started. Speed square it started at the bottom. So another relations I obtained, another relation I put in a box like this. Another result we obtained. Okay. So two result obtained. V1 square we obtained. From the V1 square we got the V naught square. Now this quantity to be minimum. This quantity, this is a constant quantity. This is a constant quantity. If this whole thing is become minimum, this is quantity become minimum, then this will be minimum. So I can minimize this one. So in case of minima maxima, we'll be doing by two methods. We'll be doing. So first, let's do by our popular method, the calculus method. So what happened? If it is minimum, that d square, this first difference of this will be 0. Or I say this I have to minimize this one. So difference of this quantity with respect to variable. The variable alpha is the variable there. Whatever angle it might travel, it's a speed there. Whatever angle will go, alpha and alpha will depend on theta. Alpha is a variable quantity there. What angle will be touching. So alpha is my variable. So I can differentiate this quantity. And so let's take this quantity, call it as x. Some name you give. So if I take this one and let's put this one, then what you'll get is sec x is equal to this and differentiate both sides. So dx by d alpha is equal to sec alpha ka sec alpha tan alpha plus 2 minus sin alpha cos alpha differentiation. So this I have to put it this quantity I need to make it to 0. And this I make it to 0, then I got this left hand side was secant alpha tan alpha is equal to sin alpha. And sin tan alpha equal to sin alpha by cos alpha. Then I put, then this sin alpha and sin alpha get cancelled. And what we have done in the denominator we have cos square alpha, this is equal to 1. So cos square alpha is equal to 1 by 2. So what will be getting? Cos alpha is equal to 1 by root 2. So we got an angle that if this has to be minimum, then alpha has to be equal to cos alpha equal to 1 by root 2. So alpha has to be tan inverse of 1 by root 2 equal 45 degrees. So we got this expression that in case you want to travel with the minimum speed, then the alpha should be equal to 45 degrees. Okay. So what is the alpha? Alpha is not the angle of projection. Alpha is the where it will be just grazing that angle. But this angle will depend upon this angle anyhow. So speed. So we got another equation. Alpha has to be equal to 45 degree. And we know the speed as a function of alpha. If I take this one and substitute here, then we'll get the speed of the minimum value. So let's substitute this one. What relation is there? V naught square ka value. If you see that initial speed projection will Rg into 2 into cos alpha 2 as cos alpha. So in case of alpha, let's put 45 degree angle. So first cos secant will be equal to root 2 and other will be equal to 1 by root 2. So if I substitute that value, then I'll get a V naught square ka minimum value I have taken. So this is equal to root 2 and this is equal to another root 2. This cancel to become root 2. So 2 root 2 and 2 is there. So I take this value and I got this value Rg into 2 plus 2 root 2. Or if I take 2 common, so I got 2Rg into 1 plus root 2. So this is the minimum speed. This is the minimum speed with which it should be projected. We obtain this value. So if I take the values of Rg, what is R is given in this particular problem. This is a general result we obtain. This is a general result we obtain for any cylinder will be given. That is a particular cylinder given this problem, but any cylinder given, this is the result. V minimum square or V minimum equal to square root of further square root of this will be there. So if you see this, put this value R is given 20 centimeter. If I suppose I take z is equal to 10 meter per second square and this is equal to 1 by 5 and 10 equal to 2 and 2 to 4. So this is equal to 4. This whole term will become down to 4. Then I will get the V minimum to get roughly equal to 3 around 3, not exactly 3 meter per second, around 3 meter per second square. Meter per second velocity should be medium velocity equal to around this. Or we see, remember this one, this V minimum should be equal to square root of this value. This is the minimum speed with which it should be projected so that it will be able to just cross this cylinder. So we got the speed, minimum speed we obtain. Okay. So now I will tell you two things I will be telling you also. So we got the answers, but we'll be expanding the question also. We'll be finding further some more thing we'll be finding out also. Let's see this quantity V naught is equal to this there. So suppose the question is asking about the only the what minimum speed there. Question may ask what is the angle of projection. This is not even. It will give the speed. Any angle it will be going. It will not be crossing this one. It may go like this also. If this speed, then the angle is a fixed. This what is this angle theta? You want to calculate what is the angle theta there. Then what we'll do that we know one concept that horizontal component velocity remain unchanged because horizontal there is no acceleration there. So at this 2 point I will see then what is the horizontal component velocity there. It is at this time v naught and theta. So horizontal component equal to v naught cos theta. At this point v1 and alpha. So horizontal component v1 cos alpha. So v1 v naught cos theta must be equal to v naught sin alpha. So you can solve like this, and you can also find out what will be the angle of projection here. Theta angle of projection will be there. That can be calculated here. Okay. So if a question is saying that what is the angle of projections? What is the angle of projection there? So to calculate that, what v1 is required. So how will we calculate v1? v naught I obtain. So v1 can be calculated. So v1 square is equal to v naught square minus 2rg cos theta. That relation we obtain. And in this relation, what we'll do? We put the values of v naught that we obtain. So 2rg into 1 plus root 2 for minimum value. 2rg into 1 plus root 2 that we obtain, that will be putting here. 2rg 1 plus root 2 ka whole square. This one. And this is equal to 2rg into cos alpha value will substitute. Then from that we got the equation that v1 square is equal to this one, or v1 square is equal to root 2 rg. This is equal to root 2 rg because this is equal to 2 minus 1 and root 2 cancel 2 and this is numerator 1 root 2 rg. So v1 square we know and v naught we know, and one angle alpha is known to us, so the other angle theta can be calculated. So if you proceed like this, you can see the equation we write v naught cos theta equal to v1 sin alpha, or as well v1 square and v naught square values are there, why not to square it? So better taking squaring, the squaring both the side we square it, and let's put the value of v naught square, v1 square and alpha value theta can be obtained. So v naught square equal to 2rg into 1 plus root 2, and v1 we calculate root 2 rg. Now this rg get cancelled, this rg get cancelled, this become root 2 here, so 2 root 2 come this side. So cos square theta that we can obtain, cos square theta is equal to 1 divided by 2 root 2 into 1 plus root 2. So if I substitute the values, then we can get roughly, we can calculate cos square theta equal to 2 root 2 plus 4 and 2 root equal to 2.8 and 6.8 around, and cos theta square taking square root and taking the inverse function, then we can obtain roughly equal to theta will come out to equal to 0.38 equal to 67.5 degree can be obtained. So we saw that to cross it, minimum angle of projection should be equal to cos square theta is equal to this one. This is the relation here. This is the relation. This much angle has to be there, and minimum speed of projection is this one. This is the minimum speed of projection. And for given the value of r, etc., given the value, we can calculate this angle for this particular program. So this we can kind of, so a lot of things can be asked in this question. One can be, we can ask also that what is the velocity at the highest point of the trajectory. If it is moving the minimum speed, what is this? Because v naught cos theta, v naught theta we got. So this value can be calculated also. What is the maximum height if it is jumping with the minimum speed, up to what maximum height it can go? Because we got the v naught and theta, we have the formula, we can calculate like this also. Also you can ask that if the minimum speed is getting jumping, then where it will be landing from the starting point. Different questions can be asked. So I'll say one more thing also. We calculated here, we maximize the alpha. So we took this is the x and differentiated and find out. This you can solve by another method also. So anyhow, we are minimizing this quantity. And we have in mathematics, this we did by calculus method. Let's solve this by another method called pure algebra method. Arithmetic mean of two quantity is always greater than equal to geometric mean. So arithmetic mean is a two quantity there. Suppose I take this a and this quantity I take the b, then a plus b by 2 has to be always greater than under root ab. Okay. So this concept you'll be using this one. So what we can get, a plus b, suppose a or b I will take. So left hand side I can take the a plus b has to be greater than 2 root ab. So I got here the secant alpha plus 2 cos alpha has to be greater than 2, and you multiplied a and b. We multiply secant alpha cos alpha product equal to 1. so equal to 2. So we got that this quantity has to be greater than equal to, this quantity has to be greater than equal to 2 root 2. This whole quantity has to be equal to 2 root 2, or the minimum value of this secant alpha plus 2 cos alpha. This is minimum value of this. Either it has to be equal to this, or minimum value should be equal to 2 root 2. So we found out the minimum value of this, we calculated. Once this is the minimum value, so let's substitute. To get the minimum value of this, we can substitute here. So in place of this, what do you put? 2 root 2. So what will get? Rg, minimum value of this V naught square ka minimum value will be equal to 2 plus 2 root 2. Let's check what we got in calculus. The calculus method, so when we solve, we got this one. V naught square ka minimum value Rg into 2 plus 2 root 2. So what we calculated. But advantage of that is that we calculate alpha also. But once we get this minimum value, then we can find out also what is the minimum value alpha. For what alpha it will be minimum value there that we calculate, and alpha will come out to be 45 degree. We can obtain the result also. So we solve this problem, and you hope you have understood the problem. So if you like this, you like the video, and if you have not subscribed yet, you subscribe the channel so that you will be getting the notification whenever new videos are uploaded. Thank you.